Hey, my name's LJ and welcome to my channel, Canine Health. We're going to be talking about everything that you need to know to be a proactive dog parent on this channel. So be sure to click subscribe so you never miss a video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about pet insurance and whether or not it's worth it. In today's video, we're going to be talking about traditional pet insurance and how you can choose a policy that's actually worth your money. I've been on both sides of the coin where I've had no coverage for my animals and then having a dog that's fully insured. And Piper, I did insure her at 8 years old after I depleted my savings account for my other senior dog at the time when she came down with cancer. And I don't even want to add up how much money I've spent in 2 years or how much money I had to borrow from my parents or do a GoFundMe. And having insurance now is a huge lifesaver and has made my finances a lot more predictable. It's created less stress for me when having to deal with something for an ongoing health condition. I've had Piper insured for a year, and then she got diagnosed with MVD, which is a heart condition that's genetic. And thankfully, our insurance policy, which I'll tell you about the plan that I'm using, is covering 90% of that, of the bills for that. So that is making a huge difference between my former experience with a senior dog and the one that I'm dealing with right now. And it's all because we're covered by pet insurance. So let's dive in. Chances are you have probably seen a lot of different pet insurance advertised through Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, commercials, pretty much anywhere you're on the internet. And there are some questions that you want to ask so that you know exactly what your policy covers. So one you want to know is if your plan covers pre-existing conditions. Majority of them won't, but that is definitely something you want to look into. Also, you want to know is this a reimbursement plan? Does this plan pay my vet at the time of service, or do I have to pay for the services and get reimbursed? Many plans are going to be reimbursement plans because it just makes the entire process more affordable. You're going to have a more affordable premium, but there are some plans like Trupanion, for example, or Nationwide that will pay your vet directly. So that's something that you want to keep in mind of, are you okay paying a higher premium so that they pay your vet directly? Or do you want to pay a lower premium and take the risk of whatever's going to happen, pay it up front and wait for that check to come back from the insurance? I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a list of all the questions you want to ask here on the next screen. So be sure to take a screenshot if it's something, or take notes if it's something that you want to know all of the information about and know the questions to ask. Here are the questions that you need to take into consideration when you're looking for a pet insurance policy. The first thing you want to know is what can you afford for your monthly premium so that you can make decisions to get yourself as close to that as possible. Then you want to see if the plan is a reimbursement style plan or if it pays your vet directly, and take into consideration which one you feel is most important. Then you want to look at your options for reimbursement or your personal responsibility. I try to get my reimbursement to be 90% on a policy because I know I'm going to get the most out of my policy that way, but choose a reimbursement percentage based on what you can afford, because in the end, having insurance in the case of an emergency is the most important. So what is a pre-existing condition? You want to ask that when you're looking at a policy because that can vary from company to company. You want to know if it's a yearly deductible or a deductible by condition, and you can choose which one works best for you. And then you also want to look at, is there a cap on that yearly plan payout? I look for plans that pay out unlimited because then I know I'm going to get the most out of my policy. Here's a list of the most popular plans in the US. So now that I have shown you all of the questions you need to ask and some of the most popular pet insurance plans available, let's talk about the plan that I chose. So I chose to go with Pets Best through Progressive for a few reasons. One, they gave me the best premium rate for a dog of Piper's age. She was 8 years old when we got our policy. Two, I was able to get a 90% reimbursement, and we chose to do a $500 deductible, but you could get your deductible all the way down to $100 if that's in your budget. The younger your dog, the lower your deductible could be for an average budget. I pay under $100 a month for our policy, but I get a 90% reimbursement. However, this plan has a few drawbacks in that it does not pay the vet directly, so I have to pay for services and wait for a check, but I've always gotten reimbursed. It also gave me options to cover things like chiropractic and rehab, and now that she's older and I'm using a chiropractor, it's been worth every single penny. I've had her policy for a year before I had to use it, and she got diagnosed with a heart condition. It's genetic, but it's definitely covered everything. So I want to go ahead and show you guys my insurance card so you can see the exact coverage that I have, and then I'm going to show you guys a explanation of benefits, and this is showing what they paid out on a claim. And I'm going to use one of her chiropractic visits. However, I have other things that have been covered, complete visits, but I want to show you what may get covered and what might not depending on your plan. So I'll show you an EOB and what that looks like. And then there's also some options with Pets Best in particular, and I'm not sure about other companies, but Pets Best will let your vet fill out a reimbursement form where they will accept the co-insurance, whatever that is for you. Mine's 10%, but you could have a lower payout where you pay your portion to the vet. They fill out that reimbursement form when your vet agrees, and then they'll pay your vet directly. But that isn't something that's automatic that happens because it is a reimbursement plan. Your vet does need to agree to this. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. So this is a look at my insurance card for Piper. As you can see, we have unlimited annual coverage, meaning there is no cap on benefits. It has a $500 deductible, and that's what I have to pay before the insurance kicks in for the year. And after that, it's going to give me a 90% reimbursement on all of these core benefits. I did go ahead and add on rehabilitation, acupuncture, and chiropractic. That is about an extra $5 a month, and it has been worth it in my opinion, but a lot of people just do the accident, illness, hereditary conditions, and emergency care. So you can mess around with what's available and what fits in your budget. And you can also add wellness, like for your yearly shots and heartworm prevention, if that's something that makes sense for your budget and how much your normal veterinary care costs. This is an example of what an explanation of benefits looks like, and I went ahead and redacted a lot of the personal information on here. But as you can see, this is for a chiropractic adjustment, and it shows the total amount billed for the chiropractic adjustment, and they paid back 90% of that adjustment. But they also will give you an explanation when something isn't covered, and I thought this would be a good example because a travel fee is not going to be covered on my policy. If I had gone into a chiropractor, paid an office visit, it would have paid the office visit, but it doesn't pay a travel fee. It'll just pay for the services. But this is a breakdown. It'll show you the total bill, the amount not covered, the amount that goes towards your deductible, what your copay is, and the amount that they are reimbursing. My hope is that with this video, you understand a little bit more about the questions to ask when you're looking for a pet insurance policy and how to choose one. And I know for me, it's a lot less stressful knowing that I don't have to make financial decisions intertwine with my dog's health decisions. I can make a decision, it's not stressful, and I get reimbursed almost all of the money back from my insurance company. So I'm set to net about $0 out of pocket aside from my deductible this year. So for me, 100% worth it. Tell me what you think about pet insurance in the comments, and if you've had a good experience or a bad experience with insurance, and just share it with everyone below. I hope that you've decided to join the Canine Pack and you check me out on all of our other socials, and we have a free Facebook group where we go over different brands of dog food every week, which is kind of fun. And you can check that out at the Canine Health Pack. So we'll see you soon. Bye.